Hi, Jessica here, Yoga for Everybody, representing Zen Active Sports. I'm here to go over the butterfly pose. So let's all join together on the mat in a comfortable seated position. From this comfortable seated position, let's go ahead and check in with our alignment, ensuring that we are seated on the bottom of the sitting bones. And the shoulders are down and away from the ears. Chest is open. Crown of the head lifts up to the sky. Core muscles are engaged. Let's establish that deep belly breathing pattern as we slowly bring the bottoms of the feet together. And we can just gently rest the hands on the ankles. And we could try engaging the inner thigh muscles and the glute muscles to help bring those knees closer towards the floor. Never forcing the body into a position. And then, of course, we could hinge forward if that feels good. Of course, first bringing the arms up and then exhaling, hinging forward right at that hip joint, keeping the shoulders in alignment with the hips. We could progressively work our way all the way down to the mat, if our bodies will allow that today. Ensuring that the shoulders are able to stay relaxed, of course. And we can slowly come back up to that comfortable seated position. If we're brand new to the practice of yoga, we might want to try practicing this pose with a block. So if you have a yoga block, try first placing it vertically and then resting the center of the forehead on the block. Okay, then after a couple breaths, maybe you can flip the block around so that it's more horizontal. Okay, so we're gradually working our way closer to the ground. Okay, there's one more level with that block that will bring you a little closer to the ground. And after some nice deep resting breaths here, we can slowly come out of the pose, gradually bringing those legs straight forward, and then let's go ahead and hang out in seated forward fold for a nice counter stretch. So if you guys remember from my video on the staff pose, I covered a couple different ways that we can modify this seated forward fold pose. In case we are new to yoga and we're not quite ready to practice the full extent of this pose. Okay, so if you forgot, remember we can use a strap so we don't have to try to touch the toes. And then we could also use a block under the forehead in a similar way that we did in butterfly. This is a nice counter stretch position because obviously the butterfly pose really helped strengthen and stretch the inner thighs. So go ahead and hold that pose as long as it feels good. Thanks for practicing the butterfly pose with me and seated forward fold here on Zen Active Sports. Be sure to stay tuned for more tips and videos at www.zenactivesports.com. And thanks again for practicing. Namaste.